What is going on, everybody? It's an exciting day today here at the 2023 Tampa Super Show, and today we have the honor of hanging out with John Walker, president of Emerald Luxury Coaches. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you today, Andrew?
Excellent, thank you. And I'm even more excited now that we get to take a look at this new Emerald Quad Slide. What's going on with this coach, sir?
Yeah, here at Tampa Super Show, so glad to be here. We got a Quad Slide H45 that we brought to the Tampa Super Show today, so real excited to show it to you, and thanks for stopping by.
You think we can take a look inside?
Absolutely, that's what it's here for.
Let's roll. So John, Emerald continues to step up their game on this coach. What is going on here, sir?
Yeah, this is a Quad Slide. It has a 4-level slide. As we build each coach, we change and we find better ways of building them and things that work better for our customers and what our customers are asking for. So this is a sofa dinette set up here in the Salon slide on the driver's side, and kitchen galley across from it on the patio side. It has a single chair and a full workstation, and we were able to add a 50-inch flat screen TV if you do want to watch TV directly from the sofa.
Now, looking around this coach, I'm noticing a lot of little stuff like this cool sink cover, the design, the larger panels on the wall. Is this stuff that we've seen before, or what's new in this particular model?
I think, Andrew, what we do is we listen to our customers. You know, they give us direction on what they want, so we try to add the larger panels, workstations, TVs in different places, bigger kitchen galleys. The kitchen galleys, larger, seem to be a big demand, and more creature comforts, everything easy to use, and that's, our customers are driving this design.
Yeah, and these cabinets, just the colors of these cabinets, the wall panels, all of the little details like the shapes and the textures and the lighting coming from the ceiling and the slide room. I'm noticing the flat floor slide here.
You know, just trying to give it the storage, the flat floor, keeping things usable, wide, and then lightweight, because we're dealing with slides, we're dealing with moving parts, so we try to build everything as light as we can. All our cabinetry is built out of manufactured plywood, as light as we can build.
I like all the lighting there in the backs of the cabinets. I'm seeing outlets in the cabinets as well, adjustable shelving.
We got soft close hinges on our doors with magnetic latches, a little bit different than what's been out there, but these seem to really be working, and people really like them.
I also have to point out just all of the simple, clean lines, you know, on this wall panel here, the ceiling here, really impressive. I'm in a lot of different motor coaches, and I like the simplicity of this coach.
What we work internally on is to build the coach as simple as possible. As you know, there are a million parts on this thing, so we try to make it as simple as we can. We've removed a lot of the automation just due to frustration and things being hard to use, having to spend time with customers on the phone. So we've tried to make things simpler, easier, and so you can enjoy the coach.
Hey, I like that philosophy. And I remember in our first videos we filmed out in India, you talked about how, you know, keeping, you know, these horse trailers going for these professional cowboys and rodeo riders. That's a lot, you know, those guys ride those trailers hard, so you got a lot of experience in keeping RVs going, keeping it simple. Really, you've built machines that can hold up to the rugged use that people are putting these to. So going up to the cockpit area here, as we're chatting, we did get to do a test drive in an Emerald Quad Slide about almost 3 years ago, the first time we filmed back in Indio. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, but do you want to show us this cockpit area?
Yeah, we tried to make things, Andrew, as easy as possible to use from the driver aspect. We have a Garmin GPS system with your satellite radio. Try to keep it easy so you can keep your eyes on the road when you're operating it. It has 360 cameras, the brigade system, and then we've changed where you can move things up, keep your drink out in front of you. So it's all based on comfort. We've test drove them. We've drove with customers, asking them, what would you change? What would you do different? And I think this is kind of where we've ended on this coach as far as, you know, we use a lot of the Prevo switching, the Prevo dash. We still want to keep it very comfortable, easy to use, and just a good feeling when you're going down the road, lots of visibility, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, now I noticed that panel above the window there. Is that something new, or when did Emerald start putting those in coaches?
Yeah, this is our power management system. So this is monitoring what the coach is doing. So as you're driving down the road, you can see, you know, your batteries, what's charging off your alternators. So it just gives you a quick overview of what's happening on the coach when you're traveling.
Yeah, and here from the passenger seat, I can see that all very clear, very large, easy font to read. So I like that, the position of that, just to kind of be able to scan your systems while you're going down the road.
Yeah, you can control your lighting too if you need to turn on something. And we try to keep everything that you're touching and using as big as possible. So you're not having to hunt to hit a button.
Yeah, and I like the simple clean lines around the windows there too. Just a great look.
I mean, the Prevo windows, that's what people want. They want the windows, so we try to minimize our columns and everything around them so we get as much window as we can.
So you've converted a lot of H models and X models. How many H's a year do you convert versus the X's, and what are the differences between the two platforms, and what's your rhyme and reason?
Sure, I think you know, there's a customer for an X3 and there's a customer for an H, and right now we're built about 30 to 40% X, and then we'll go back to H. So we change our production based on to keep things moving. So we still build X's, we still build H's, and it's based on what customers want. A lot of customers want the X for the drivability, but the H drives just as well. So it just depends on customer preference, and so we try to talk to all of our customers, find out what they're buying, what they're, you know, do they want quad slides or do they want double slides? So we're trying to build a mix so that we can fit the whole demographic of people, because everybody's demanding something different.
How about triple slide coaches? We don't see too many triple slide Emeralds. I see a lot of quads and a lot of doubles. Any triple slides coming through the pipeline?
We are, Andrew. We have 3 triple slides in production right now. Our first triple slide will be coming off this spring. So yeah, it's going to be a different look, a pretty neat coach.
Are those available?
They are available. I think we have two of those 3 available. Go to our website, emeraldluxurycoaches.com, and contact us.
Now, if someone wants to get their hand in on the design of the coaches, are all the Emeralds built as specs, or do you ever do custom designs and custom coaches? Or?
You know, as you've heard me say in the past when we've met before, is we were really not focusing on custom as much. We were building more spec units, but it seemed in the last year or two, the demand from the customer, they've asked us to change the colors and change some of the build process. Several of the coaches we're building now, we are customizing. We're limited on what we will customize, but there's a lot that we will change. So you're going to see some different coaches coming. So customers definitely have their hand in what we're building right now.
Yeah, I've seen some cool floor plans. I haven't gotten a chance to film every Emerald that I've come across, but I know you've done some bunk models, some stuff with different bath and a halves. Anything? Any cool floor plans?
I think this floor plan's cool. I mean, this thing is, I think, one of the best floor plans in the business.
Yeah, you want to kind of show us around a little bit?
It's, you know, because you've got the dinette seems to be popular. We've put the bar in. We've done
other things here, John. Let's show everybody how big it is for size. One thing I've got to comment is sometimes in motorhomes, the dinettes, like my knees would be bumping yours. We're both probably, I'm 6'2", you're about 6'2". Yep. We're not bumping our knees here. You could, you know, if we had dates here, plenty of room here for 4 people to sit comfortably.
You know, we've got it set up where you can move your table up and down. You can change it if you know, or if you want it higher. So depending on the size of the person.
Yeah, nice. And then as you're doing that, I'm seeing, you know, just the TV lift controls, your shade controls. Everything is very simple. It's not overcomplicated, but all the stuff that I could think of that I'd want to adjust while I'm sitting at this dinette with shades or lighting, the TV lift, just real simple and easy. I really like that.
Yeah, and this will make it to a bed, Andrew, too. If you you know, had grandkids stand over.
Can you show us how it's done?
The table automatically goes down, Andrew. So we have a cushion that you can put in place there, and it makes a nice little pad or a little bed space for our kid or something.
I do like the decor. You have it staged right now. Overhead storage here.
Lots of overhead storage, and we've made these as deep and as high as we can to give you all the storage we can give you.
I want to check out this little area over here. Sorry, John, I'm making myself real comfortable in your motor home here. Okay. So I like the little slide tray. Now this does have the ottoman that you could switch, but if it's time to get, you know, work done, I want to spin around, pull this little keyboard tray out here. You can have a monitor. You can slide this tray, put the TV up and down on the televator so you can enjoy your view if you've got a nice view. Really a functional, you know, area, but if you want to put the work away, put your feet up.
You know, we've even added that you can use this as a monitor. You can hook your computer up and stuff, so you can tie into that monitor if you need if you're having meetings or stuff, if you need to get some work done while you're on the coach.
We could do some serious video editing on this screen here.
All day long.
Yes, sir.
Fit right at home.
Yes, sir. Yeah, now going back into the Galley, this is something a little different that I've started to see in the high-end coaches. What's all going on with this stuff up here?
You know, we do have customers that do a lot of cooking on here, and I mean, some of them are amazing. And so we try to give them all the accessories and stuff that you can use, you know, cleaning vegetables and do that stuff from a high shelf perspective, if you will.
I think you could dry dishes or something too, or I don't know. Yeah,
dry dishes, dry vegetables, clean. Yeah, keep things clean. A lot of people store their dishes in their dishwasher, so when they're traveling, they leave their dishes in there, so you can clean them up real quick if you're cooking for 2.
Yeah, a lot of use in this Galley. Looks like a Viking microwave.
Yes, sir. Viking convection oven microwave.
Yeah, and as we go into the coach, the lines and the lighting Just a really cool style on all the wall panels. Now, I remember a few years ago you talking about how the wall panels could be interchanged in the way that they were designed then. Do you still design in that way?
Same thing, yeah. If somebody didn't like this material look, we can just, these are all snapped on. You can snap them off and change them. With our slide out headers, everything is removable, so easy access for serviceability. For Prevost service techs or our company.
Bringing that up, you know, I work with a lot of different motor coach dealerships that touch a lot of different motorhomes, and a lot of the techs out there have talked about how the serviceability on an Emerald is very simple, very easy to get to. My buddies over at the Motor Coach store in Bradenton, they've had a few Emeralds come through there. They always brag on how great your team is to work with if they do need someone to kind of walk them through troubleshooting. Now, I've got to ask, like on some of the older units, if they wanted to reupholster it, I've seen one of my buddies brought his older Outlaw to you guys in Emerald and had a full remodel done. Really turned out nice. Is that something you guys are still doing?
We will still do it. Right now we only focus on our product because we know how it's built. We focus on our Outlaws and Emeralds. We're currently not taking any outside jobs as far as other conversions to modify. Just very difficult. They have their products and I would highly recommend going back to them. But as far as Outlaws or Emeralds, you can come to us. We can change these panels out, or we can do a lot of upgrades for TVs, all kinds of stuff.
I really like that, and just how you're thinking ahead. So if, you know, say 4 or 5 years from now someone buys this coach and there's some newer kind of style panels that they want to, you know, integrate in,
sure,
they could bring this coach and keep it updated and it's built.
And I think we can sit down with them and figure out what looks good to fit that coach, and you can update them, and we're happy to help our customers do that.
I've seen the work your team has done before. You guys do a great job. Emerald's really been making a name for themselves over the last couple of years. How many coaches have you guys been building, and how many coaches are you building this year?
No, right now we're completing around our 85th coach. And so this year we hope to build around 10 coaches.
Now that's 85 Prevost motorhomes, but those of you that know, John, you're the president of Outlaw Conversions, the horse trailer conversion company. Can you talk numbers about how many horse trailers you've converted since, was it 1996 when you started?
Yes, sir. You're right, Andrew. I started Outlaw Conversions in 96, and right now we're going to be converting around our 6,000th unit this year.
Wow.
So it's a big year for us, and it's exciting. The trailer business has been good. It's a great sister company to Emerald Luxury Coaches. Very fortunate to have both companies. I have a great team there, a great staff in both companies. They're working hard every day to keep the trailers moving and keep the coaches coming.
Now, I touch and feel a lot of different motor coaches, and I truly believe Emerald Luxury Coaches is the best value Prevost conversion. Are you able to talk cost about what the MSRP is on this coach?
You know, MSRP on this coach is $2.3 million. It brings a great value to the market where we sit working with our dealers and how we come to market, but still bringing a quad slide H with all the options and amenities that people are asking for.
When you started to convert Prevost, you could have gone a lot of different directions, converted on a lot of different platforms. What made you choose to convert on the Prevost shell?
Well, you're right, Andrew. As we built horse trailers, we had opportunities built on toter homes, different types of chassis, different coaches. You know, once we looked at Prevost, what they offered and the platform that they offered, of course, the build and the level of manufacturing is at the highest from our point to compete in this market, but the chassis is by far the best chassis that's available. Compared to all the other type of motorhomes that are built, there's nothing like a Prevost. So it fit what we wanted to do and what our customers were asking for.
Well, and they're holding up well. I've seen some of your pre-owned stuff come through, and that's really the true testament is when you see this stuff start to age. And I actually tested over 2017 recently. Just aged really well, even with some miles on that coach.
Our used coaches have done well. We've had some really good customers, took great care of them, kept the maintenance up on them. They treated Emerald and supported the brand as they would any other brand. So I think there's some great coaches to be bought out there in the used market.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I do have some personal friends that have owned, multiple Emeralds, and I know a lot of people that have, started with, the earlier Emeralds and then have now gotten into a late model Emerald, and a lot of people brag on Gus and Cindy and your team down there in Stephenville, Texas. So I got to tip my hat to you guys. You guys have a great reputation you've been making. So
well, thank you. It's not been an easy business to get into, and you're dealing with a lot of moving parts and a lot of moving things, and we are in Texas, which is a little bit away from where everybody's traveling and spending time. So, but we are fortunate we have a great team that's worked extremely hard over the years, and we'll continue to move forward on it.
Let's keep looking through this coach. Now the cabinets here, can't even really tell it's a refrigerator almost the way that all looks.
No, it's Fisher Paykel double door refrigerator.
Now, what's all going on as we walk through the coach here?
So we got a pantry there past the refrigerator right here.
Yeah,
so,
all backlit as well. I like that.
Try to keep them lighted for the customers. They can get dark.
And then the drawers, all lined with carpet, very simple. And I like, you've got big industrial style hardware here. When you start looking in different styles of motorhomes and start looking at the size of the different hinges on the doors, and that's when you'll really notice a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where people cut corners sometimes, It's not about the cost, it's about building it right.
Yes, sir.
Then we have a washer dryer here.
And was that soft close I just noticed when you close that cabinet door? I like that soft close.
Yes, sir. You can soft close that, maybe. Make soft close. They'll slowly go, and so it's not, things aren't banging and clanging too bad,
Yes, sir. Now, this is a bath and a half coach, and coming back into this half bathroom, I want to point out it's a good size half bathroom. Now, you don't need, too much room in here to get, only so much business done, but even in the half bathroom, I like the style of the wall panels with the simple, clean lines. You've got adjustable shelving, again, backlit, your controllers here. Yeah, the wall panels, just a very cool, sleek style. Are you doing all bath and a halves now, or do you do non-bath and a halves?
Right now, we do have floor plans to non-bath and a half, but right now, everything spec-wise, we're building bath and a half. It seems to be a high demand.
Now, this has the super suite with the super slides back here?
Yeah, this is the super slides in the bedroom here in the stateroom. It allows you to have really big, deep closets. We build straight to the body of the coach, so we're getting all the depth we can.
That's a huge closet too. I could literally take a nap inside of that closet.
It's a huge closet for the Prevost slide out for sure. Put the biggest, deepest drawers we can so you can store as much stuff as you can.
Yeah, and I like that countertop continues along in front of the cabinets.
Yeah, just a nice little place to set something out, lay your phone down, whatever you have with you.
Now, is this a king size bed?
That is a king size bed, and it's adjustable head and foot. You can adjust it up, it'll give you more floor space, but it's nice to raise up if you're watching TV at night or whatever. And they are his and hers.
Yes, sir. And will the king size bed, can you keep it out with all the slide rooms in?
When the slide rooms come in on this coach, you're not able to pass through. You're only able to use the front up here.
But the bed can stay flat.
Yes, the bed does stay flat. You don't have to adjust the bed.
Now, if you swivel the bed up with the slide rooms in, are you able to access the rear bathroom?
You can go through there. It's tight, but you can get through the front.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, a lot of value to that, a lot of versatility.
We got a huge closet right here, Andrew. Nearly a walk-in size closet.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm going to walk into this. I almost crawled into that other one to show you guys the sleeping space, but literally, I just walked inside of it.
Yeah, we got a safe down there, and then just put some little things to keep your shoes in place when traveling. We got a 50-inch flat screen TV with Bose soundbar here. Audio visual, we've really kept simple. One remote, and you don't have to go to an iPad to use it. You can just use one simple remote, just like you are at home, with great surround sound, subwoofer underneath the bed. No, you can hook up a PlayStation or even a DVD player, Xbox, whatever you want. Yeah, so we got drawer storage here at the foot of the bed and this slide out. Our ceiling design, because we do have roof air conditioning, and so we insulate, try to quieten that down as much as we possibly can where you're just getting airflow and not a lot of sound. So you do get some hum, but it's still very quiet the way we do that.
When all the slide rooms come in, is the airflow still coming down in the middle of the coach, or how is that designed?
That's how it's designed right now. With the quad slide, when you pull the slides in, if the venting is off to the sides, they would be blowing on top of the slide out with the slides in. So what we've done is we've changed our channels and hooked them together so we can get more volume. And so when the slides are in, you get direct airflow down, and so you can cool the coach really good with the slides in. Especially in Texas weather, it gets super hot, and we've really tested it. And you literally can open the RV door and feel the air coming out. So they do a really good job the way it's designed.
Speaking of heating and cooling, what type of AC units, heating? Does this coach have heated floors?
We're using a 15,000 BTU heat pump pneumatic air conditioners. We have an Oasis heating hydronic system on board, and then we do have 2-zone floor heat. So our floor heat in the front, floor heat in the back, and then we have 4 electric heaters throughout the coach. Back bath, stateroom, salon, and the stepwell that heats the coach as well. So we have 3 different options of heating, and that includes your bays as well.
And I'm noticing these big panels on both sides of the bed. Also over on that side, you got the airphone, the doorbell camera, it looks like. Are you able to control the floor heat? What all can you control from these panels bedside?
That's why there's one on each side of the bed, Andrew. You can control the whole coach here. All your lighting, heating systems, HVAC, you can monitor everything from a quick view turn them off, go right back to bed. If you want to check something in the middle of the night, you can see it, and then you're not getting up looking for things. So we try to keep it easy and accessible.
Yes, sir. And I've just got to point out too, all the little details, like even the detail work on this ceiling in the slide room.
We try to put as much detail as we can to give it that artist look, if you will. We build all of our windows as wide as we can, so you get the full, the Prevost window is the best window in the market over all motorhomes, period. So you're getting that full body of the window. We're keeping it open so you get the full view of the window.
Yeah, and then I noticed I'm hearing people got to walk by outside. The windows are vented open.
Yes.
These windows, you can vent them open to get some fresh air in here.
Yeah, awning out. They have a switch on each one of them, and you can get fresh air in and out. So it's nice when you're in beautiful weather, get some fresh air in the coach.
Now, as we're talking, that rear bathroom here is catching my eye. Yeah, now going into this rear bathroom back here, I love the light color design, and I want to do the shower test for you guys real quick here. I think it's a really nice size. I like that you got a little bench seat to sit down. Stunning tile work. You've got the towel bar to hang, wet towels or swimsuits in here. I've got plenty of headroom. I'm 6'2", real nice, simple, clean, different. And I like that it kind of pivots out a little bit. This is a little different shape than I've seen in any other Prevost shower.
We're doing that, Andrew, because big guys, they want a big shower and, big shoulders, so we broke that a little bit. One thing we have done is we've lowered our shower pan, so we've got it closer to the floor, so it's easier to step in, easier access stepping in. You don't have to raise your legs to get too high to get in, and figured out a way to drain that easily to our holding tanks. And then the way we structure our shower, we're trying to use as many mosaic tiles we can, really nice design look tiles, so we've really designed so we can put any tile in, and our team there works extremely hard to get them tiled right, get them squared up right, and balanced out in the coach as well. Andrew, the sinks that we're putting in the coach too, we found that a lot of customers are asking for double bowl or one big single bowl. So we've done a little bit of both, but it seems really popular right now with the double bowl sinks. You don't see this a lot in the back of a Prevost on this style of bathroom, but there's a lot of room there, so we've really tried to make that work, but still give you a lot of good countertop space to set things around. And full stack of drawers as well. So there's a lot of storage in this bathroom.
The H being the tallest bays in the industry, there's still quite a bit of storage outside. Do you think we could go take a look inside at the bay storage?
Absolutely, let's go in.
Sounds good.
This is bay 1. Our doors swing out of the way to the front, and then bay 2 is right there, but we have bay slides here for each bay. We do have some boxes with power in them, but we try to keep it as limited as possible to get full storage all the way through the bay. So this bay is storage all the way across. There's nothing on the other side, so you can use the whole other side. It's open all the way. Same thing on bay 2. So going to bay 2, we got a 65-inch flat screen TV. For this bay.
Real slick. Now, is this something that Emerald builds in-house?
We do. We build this in-house so it'll fit the bay. So we have to customize them depending on floor plan as well. And then we, listening to our customers, this is a pretty neat deal here. We got a picnic table you want to set up under the patio. Yeah. And so what we did is used it to protect the TV from traveling storage.
Nice, simple, easy, utilitarian style. Now, one thing I like that you guys do is the manual bays, very robust, industrial style. Is there a reason that you don't have the power slide trays?
So yeah, the power slide trays are available. We do offer them, but we found that, you do have to raise the slide up quite a bit if you do add the mechanism. And, for redundancy, you do have a problem sometimes with them. They're not always working. These will work every time.
Yes, sir. And one other thing I like to point out is on the quad slide, the height of this slide. Now, I'm 6'2", but the slide is about to my shoulders, so getting in and out and getting stuff is very easy.
These bays are the easiest to use in the industry over every motorhome. I mean, we do have the tallest bays, and if you use another coach that has the short bays, you will see the difference, how easy it is to use. And trying to keep this bay as simple as we can for accessibility. We do design and build things for customers to store things here, but that's per customer. So we leave it open and then we go from there. There is a lot of redundancy on our system. We have everything set up. If you have an issue at the campground, issue on the inverters, there are bypasses. And so we try to keep everybody running until we can get them to a service center if there is an issue. But this is lithium, so it's the highest technology out there. We're currently running 2 air conditioners off of our Victron inverters. You can run your front air and your bedroom air going down the road off of alternator recharging. One AC will run about 9 hours on our batteries before we go to autogen, and then 2 ACs will cut that back down a little bit to probably 5 or 6 hours. So we're getting some good runtime. We can get you through the night without running the generator. So it's a really nice system. It's super quiet.
And with that auto gen, that generator will kick on when the batteries go to a certain level.
So you got that. If you need to leave the coach alone, the auto gen will run and you can keep everything maintained.
Awesome. I see an outlet in this bay, shelving. Now, is this going to be where those big holding tanks are?
This isn't. This is the DEF bay. So our diesel tank and DEF is behind here. So we gave you as much storage as we possibly can. We have it accessible so you can get in there and get to the DEF tank that's right behind that panel. So, and that's your air conditioning condenser for the driver air. So it's right there behind this panel. And then we'll move into the plumbing bay. This coach, you can fill diesel from both sides. So you can, from the driver's side or passenger side. So that's your fuel there, and for your DEF as well. Yeah, like a lot of coaches, Andrew, they're having to bend down with their diesel fuel. This one is very easy, and you can put the big diesel fuel when you're stopping at a truck stop to fill. Yeah, you got to protect that 200 gallons of diesel fuel. They have a lock on each door as well.
Yes, sir.
This is the plumbing bay that we were talking about. So what we did is we have built cabinets for customers here. We put toolboxes here, a little bit of everything, but the way we've designed it is we show it with nothing in here. So the customer can add or take whatever they want to do. Like I said, we've moved all the plumbing to the other side. So for serviceability, you can pull a holding tank very fast. This is that freshwater tank we were talking about that's in center back by the axle, because it is heavier, but we have it balanced.
The rear styling of this Emerald is unlike anything we've seen in the industry. Really one of the best looking rear ends in the industry. What is it about Emerald and what's different than other coaches we see out there?
You know, I think, Andrew, what's different is a lot of coaches, they basically put a mold and just set it on top of the body. What we did is when we designed it, we asked the designer to bring the mold in and follow the body line of the coach, so you couldn't see the transition as much where we do add the cowlings, because that is quite a project to put that on and make it look right.
Yeah, when you're driving down the road and you pull up behind this coach, you definitely know you're behind an Emerald. Just really commands attention. Now, does this have the Volvo D13 in it?
Yes, sir. This is the D13 500 horse Volvo, and then we don't really do anything with the engine. We stay away from it as much as we can. That's Prevost. And then we do add an Oasis hydronic heating system right here on the back of the coach to keep the smell and the oil, because you're burning diesel, so we keep it back here on the back of the coach, and that gives you hot water in your hot water and then your heating system.
Nice. And what's the towing capacity on this coach?
The towing capacity, Andrew, is 20,000 pounds.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, this is the D13. Unbelievable engine, super quiet, runs super clean.
The same platform we're going to see in the tour bus industry, entertainer coach industry.
Same platform you're going to see in the entertainer industry. They run a ton of miles, they work them extremely hard, and they hold up. So it's been a great changeover, you know, with the Volvo engine.
And what year did you buy your first Prevost shell? It's 04?
04 was the first time we bought an XL2 double slide, and then bought a non-slide XL2 in 05. So that's when we started.
So you've been playing with these buses for quite some time now.
Those had the old Detroit engines in them, so we got to experience that. It was a lot of fun.
Now, going into the plumbing bay here, this has definitely improved over the last few years. What's some of the new stuff going on in the plumbing bay here, and what's all going on?
We have, Andrew, we've changed it. We've tried to make it as easy as you can to put the septic line on. Everything easy access to work on. Not having the doors on the cabinets helped us a little bit. Customers saying, you know, they can just reach in there and get the job done. They spend a lot of time working in this bay, so there's a lot going on. Andrew, we put a panel down here in this bay so you can still see all your systems, not have to go back in the coach. We tried to make that as accessible as possible. We have our solar panel on. We have a 700 kilowatt solar panel that's charging our generator battery and our chassis batteries.
And do I see two water pumps there? I see the big Mach 5 industrial water pump. Is this an auxiliary water pump, or what's going on?
Yes, sir, that's our Mach 5 headhunter. That's the main water pump for the house, but we do add a 12 volt water pump, 65 PSI for redundancy. So if you did have a problem with this pump, they are hard to find. They're not in every store in the country, so this is a backup to get us down the road.
Or if for some reason you wanted to conserve that 196 gallons of fresh water while you're dry camping, that backup pump will use a lot. You do take a lot of showers with 196 gallons with the smaller water pump. Now, one thing I want to point out, and I don't remember if you did this before, but you know, the Emerald badging, and you mentioned this big screen here, really clean. I've got to tip my hat to you guys. It just really looks nice. You guys have stepped it up.
This bay is right in front of the plumbing, so this is bay 4, driver's side back. And so what we did is, the power cord reels being buried and the hose reels being buried behind cabinetry is very difficult, because you may have a problem. These are mechanical, there's a lot of working parts. So this has a 100-foot water hose reel here, It has a macerator hose, and then it has a 55-foot power cord reel here. On the macerator hose that we add, sometimes you may be parked somewhere dry camping and you can't get to a drain, so we added a 55-foot macerator hose so you could pump the waste out of the waste tank to a waste station. A honey wagon came by or whatever, so if you're in NASCAR, a lot of those guys are doing that. So we added that, and it has been a super nice feature, so you don't have to move the coach 100 feet just to dump it. So that's been great. We monitor the power at the pole, because we find a lot of places people go, they don't have the correct power. Then they have a problem with the coach and they think there's a problem with their coach, but in all actuality the power coming into the coach is incorrect. So we have a way to test this. Here at the show you can see they're running 200. That's really incorrect. We need to be at 208, 230, 230 volt. That's our charger for our generator battery. We have a selector switch if you want to select to turn on use your house batteries, your chassis batteries, or your generator battery to fire the generator. So we have some options there and some redundancy.
And John, I've got to tip my hat to you because there's a couple things that you've done that I really like. As simple as it is, I'm real big on having gloves. I did physical labor for a lot of years and wore gloves. Gloves are extremely important to protect your hands, especially when you're dumping the tanks, but I never had a spot to put my box of gloves. So something that simple, just having a spot to put your gloves. You don't want to be dumping your tanks without gloves. You need a spot for this box. Yep. And then another little simple thing you did, we all want to have a doormat. So rather than overcomplicating it, it's just two little tabs here, keeping the cost down. Then you got your Emerald Luxury Coaches doormat. Just all those little details that you guys do just really make a big difference. So.
And that's listen to customers again, telling us what they want. So.
Well, but I mean, what's the cost on that when you think about that? I mean, this really isn't too expensive, but then you keep your costs down, but still have all those little creature comforts. And I haven't seen anyone else do the glove box. And I think you're going to see other people follow suit because you just gotta have gloves.
Gotta have gloves.
Does the box of gloves come with the coach?
Absolutely.
Those are going up on price. They've doubled in price over the last couple of years.
But yes, they come with the coach, and we'll get you a couple extra boxes if you want them. We got the 20 kW diesel generator here. It is on a pull-out slide for serviceability and to change oil. It does have fire suppression on it. We put a fire suppression system on it, and then it has extra fans, and then we have an air compressor here that powers the air in our slide out. So when you're parked, you have air so that your slide out still stay aired up.
And is this all sound deadening material here?
Sound deadening material. Try to keep it as quiet as we possibly can.
Yeah, and all those little comforts here, like the Emerald chairs, so high end. These are zippy chairs. I mean, and these are actually super comfortable. I'm gonna just take a seat in this just to demonstrate this, but this isn't just a flimsy lawn chair that you get at Walmart. These are the real deal. And then you guys
have a zip D.
Yes, sir. And then you guys are thinking ahead. Just so easy to fold it up, store it. You're not spending a bunch of time trying to load and unload stuff, your table and chairs.
I mean, you can see how much storage we're offering customers, and I think that's critical, and not filling it up with a bunch of big boxes and stuff. So you got the subwoofer, and you got your 110 breaker panel here, which is manual breakers, but easy to get to. If you do have an issue, you got it right here in the bay.
But these two front bays are primarily your cargo.
Yeah, these two front bays are cargo, and they're left for the customers, to carry their load.
Yes. Well, John, I know you need to get to the airport. We've kept you about 10 minutes past what we're supposed to, so I appreciate you taking the time to show us this beautiful coach. Now, if someone is a serious buyer and they want to purchase a new Emerald Luxury coach, who can they get a hold of?
The best way to get a hold of us, go to emeraldluxurycoaches.com. Call our sales team there at Emerald, and then we can help get you the information, follow that process through, get you in touch with the right people to sell these coaches. And another thing, Andrew, we've learned is we really like the customers to come to Stephenville, come to the factory. We are out of the way. It is a destination point. You've got to travel there because we're not close. We're in the center of Texas, basically. But we love the customers to come tour the factory, spend some time with us, hang out with the guys, see what we're doing. Our team's working extremely hard. I mean, we have some of the best craftsmen. We have some guys that have been with us now pushing over 8 to 9, 10 years. They're really amazing what they do. They've learned to build this under extreme amount of pressure, speed, deadlines, and they've done a great job through what we've just experienced through the pandemic the last few years. But come put your eyes on Emerald if you're looking for a coach, and see see if you like what we have.
Yeah, and I did get a chance to take a tour of the factory in Stephenville, Texas. So if for some reason you can't make a trip to Stephenville and meet John and his team in person, you can check out that video. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Now, you do have a dealer network too. Liberty Coach of Florida and Transwest RV.
Yes, sir.
Are both dealerships for Emerald Luxury Coaches?
Sir. They are both dealers for us, and they have product come into both dealerships, and we can show you what they have on the production line. And several of our coaches are already pre-sold, but we do have some spec units that are coming for both dealers.
And it says a lot about Emerald Luxury Coaches that your dealer network are two of the biggest names in the high-end motor coach industry, and two of the companies that have the best reputation. So really a lot of respect for you and who you've affiliated with.
I mean, they're both amazing. They offer a lot of different products, and their service is second to none. And just the knowledge and experience they have in the RV industry is unbelievable. So we're very glad to be a partner with those companies.
Yes, sir. John, I know you need to get to the airport.
Right.
Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate you.
All right.
I also appreciate all of you out there subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you.